Hello, my name is Aaron and I am the Novice Painter. This painting is in acrylics today, and I do normally paint in oils, but today it was in the mood to do acrylics, and I wanted to do something with a little bit of detail in it. And waiting for acrylics to dry is much easier. It takes a lot less time, and the ideas are still fresh. My original intention with this painting was to do a stream through a forest, a sort of in the evening hours. Evening and different times of the day can be difficult to portray because of lack of light. You need the light to see what's going on in the painting, but you don't want it to be super bright. So I decided to use green and blue-green tones in this. I thought it felt well with the forest, and it's not exactly realistic, but it was going for more of a mood. Even more so as the painting transforms, the idea that it's more the mood or the feeling than an attempt at realism for this particular piece. I changed my mind about the stream after a conversation I had. I have a friend who was an avid motorcycle rider, has been for years, and despite a very serious accident a number of years ago, still very much enjoys riding the motorcycle and has continued to do that as his only current means of transportation. So we were talking about why something so dangerous, clearly dangerous, even with someone as with 100,000 miles of riding experience, you can still get into an accident, whether or not it's his fault. That the danger is there and very real. And we talked about the feeling that you get from a motorcycle and how stress free it makes you. That's his way of bleeding off stress. And it's not something I would have associated with motorcycles, before meeting him. Normally you think of a motorcyclist as someone is perhaps not the most relaxed person in the world. Maybe even, in fact, quite the opposite. I'm trying to put it delicately. But it can be very relaxing to ride. There's a sense of being in control, a sense of no constraints. There's no bubble surrounding you other than the helmet. You feel like you can go anywhere, even though you're bound by relatively the same constraints you would be in a car. The feeling is different. The way the G-forces press on you instead of pressing side to side when you go around a corner, they press straight down on you. So I wanted to try and capture that idea of going around a corner and the idea that it's stress-free. It's not almost a romanticized version of riding a motorcycle. And this is not, a social club. This is using the vehicle and the act of riding it as a means to blow off steam after work. So I imagine this rider, which is not necessarily my friend. It's not my friend's bike, but it is a rider coming home from after a hard day's work, riding around curves through the forest on a cool evening, going around the corner. And I wanted to capture that feeling, and I'm actually fairly pleased with how it came out. I do know that perspective was off, especially with the road, and I should have or could have taken more time to plan out the perspective and the road, and the proportion of the motorcycle to the lane is not very good, and the way the lines on the road are not very straight. Part of that is because I keep forgetting with acrylics I could actually rest my hand across to make straighter lines. You can see now when I'm working on the trees, very carefully lifting above the painting because I'm so used to oils. When I could actually rest my hand there and paint, it would have been a little bit better result. But overall, I liked the feel of the painting. I truly did. So I hope you do too. I know there's obviously still room for improvement, but that's why I'm doing this. I keep painting and keep improving, And hopefully one of these days I'll get there to where I can do all of those things. Okay, I think that about does it for me this time. Please enjoy the music, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.
You can find another shelter you can call your own. can ride out every wave like an alibi. Your past won't leave. Your past won't leave. It'll stay with them like it stays with me. You won't break free. You won't break free. 'Cause death is gonna get you like it's gonna get me. Swear he's in the morning when the sun comes out. Your God won't talk. Your God won't talk. But he'll sing within your blood and he just won't stop.